Hi everybody. So today our motion is this House believes that Taiwanese should boycott Korean products. And now let's welcome the first debater, the Prime Minister.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen in this house. Today, government side is standing for boycotting Korean products. And for the background for this motion, as everybody knows, the status quo in Taiwan, K-Way brings in Korean culture to Taiwan, and more people, more and more Taiwanese, especially youth people, they're purchasing Korean products and even worship them. But what they don't know is that cause harm to Taiwan, even Taiwan's economy and culture. And what government wants to do is to change the status quo to make Taiwanese economy better and also protect Taiwanese culture. And the definition for today's motion, I have two. The first one is boycott. It means a group of people, which does not include government, refuse or abstain to buy or use something. The second one is Korean products. It means community and service. For example, dramas, idols, technology devices, and food. And government side have four arguments. I'll tell you about the first two. And the other two will be delivered by my second speaker. And my first argument is Korea is Taiwan's main rival in sense of economy. The kinds of main products we have is very similar, and it's even overlapped. And one that cause is if Taiwanese purchase Korean products, that cause harm for Taiwan's economy. For example, usually people have one mobile phone. If you purchase Samsung, you won't buy HTC. And a lot of people, they're attracted by idols because those idols, they use Samsung, so people buy Samsung. And what goes harm is that brings down Taiwan's economy because no one's supporting. And also, that's the thing, that people are helping our enemies against us.
Woman,
Yes, ma'am.
what's wrong with supporting the things we like?
Okay. It's not that supporting something you like is wrong, but if supporting certain things and that causes harm to ourselves, to your country, and that is wrong. That is so wrong. And also, a lot of people that are purchasing Korean products at that moment, what they ignore is the importance of supporting domestic products. And domestic products, that they strongly need our support because those companies, they can earn the biggest amount of profits from us, and they can improve their technology and products. Because those products, they don't have tariff and shipping fee. No. And also, if Taiwanese economy is brought down by Korean products, and those companies, they don't have money to pay for people working, and that people, who means your family, is going to lose their jobs. And that also brings down Taiwan's economy. And that's what those people, they don't know about. And government side want to tell people about this. Tell them to support domestic products. They can't just because of the preference. So they forgot to support domestic products. And also, they forgot the spirit of loving Taiwan and the loyalty of supporting ourselves. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the first speaker of opposition, and before I'm moving to my arguments, first I'm going to tell my rebuttals to the government side. And I have 2 rebuttals for this motion. We should boycott Korean products. The first one is they say that we should boycott Korean products, but as the opposition side, we don't think that like this way. Because we think that government side, they only consider about the economy aspect. But we think that you want to cooperate with the country or you want to like a country, not only consider about the economic aspect, but also you have to consider about other aspects, like just they say, because the Korean wave. So we have lots of Korean soap operas, or we have their phones, Samsung, and so on. So it means that Korea actually can bring some happiness to our citizens, Taiwanese citizens. So in some way, Korea help our citizens very much. So we shouldn't boycott Korean product. We shouldn't just consider about only the aspect of the economy. So this is my rebuttal to the government side. No. And I'm going to move on to my second rebuttal. My second rebuttal is, they always say that we should love Taiwan, but actually this is a little bit crazy, because don't buy Korean products, it doesn't mean you like Taiwan. If you really like Taiwan, you can participate in some public actions, or you can go on the street, or you can yes?
Is there a politician exist if our economy is destroyed?
I think this rebuttal isn't really related to our argument, so I will just ignore it. Okay, I'm going to move on to my argument. My first argument, there is a label, it's called necessity to create an enemy by ourselves. Like, Taiwan, we have only a little bit diplomatic allies in the world now, right? We only have like 21 diplomatic allies or something. So now we need to make friends on international stage. So today if we create our own enemy, because like today if we don't want to buy Korea products, and the Korean knows that we don't buy their products, of course their government and citizens will be very angry, right? So of course in this way, they will boycott Taiwanese products, that they will hate us really much. So we think that there's no necessity to create an enemy by ourselves. We need to make friends. Yes.
Okay, we think it doesn't matter at all, because since the very beginning they didn't buy Taiwanese products at all.
Okay, this is the thing that my second speaker will answer your question. I'm going to move on to my argument. My second argument is competitiveness. Like today, if we have 2 companies compete with each other, like Taiwan company, we have HTC and they have Samsung, we compete with each other. And this way, Taiwanese will think, oh, we can't lose, we have to win the Samsung company. And this way, we will improve ourselves, our quality of our cell phones. But today, if Taiwanese citizens, we don't buy their products, of course, our Taiwanese companies will think that, okay, I don't have to improve by myself because HTC is really good, and Taiwanese citizens will buy our HTC, they won't buy Samsung. So our companies won't improve by themselves. So as the opposition side, we think this is not good. So the competitiveness is really important. This is my second argument. Now, I'm going to move on to my third argument. Is the image. We think that our image on internationally is really important. Like, we always laugh at North Korea, because they like to put missiles all around the world. They like nuclear, they're irrational, blah, blah, blah. And sometimes we laugh at mainland China because we think that they are irrational and like they like communists or something like that. We don't think they have a good government. Today, Taiwan doesn't want to laugh by other countries. So today, if we just like Korean, they didn't harm us in any way and we boycott them, people will think that we are really irrational. So as the 3 arguments, we think that we shouldn't boycott Korean products. Thank you.
that the competition helps make improvement, but we should take it as different concern in the case of Korea, because and this will be explained in my argument. But there are still another reason I want to emphasize that is that we think no companies will satisfy that only sell their products to their own nation, because in this globalizing world, every company they want to improve themselves, they want to compete with the companies from all over the world. So no one will stop improving themselves. We can in this case we can take Samsung into the example, and we can see that all of the Koreans they buy Samsung as their smartphone, and Samsung doesn't only they use this advantage to improve themselves and grow themselves up. So what we want to emphasize is that the competition which based on the supporting of the nation can improve themselves, just like what our first speaker said. So here's my first argument. My first argument is about the cutthroat competition, which caused by the Korean industry. Since the Korean industry are hostile to Taiwan, as they always fight the patents against the Taiwanese brand, their unfriendly behavior, they totally told us that we cannot grow ourselves successfully with the competition with them. So, here's the example. We know that once Samsung, who is the AlphaGo and which practice the damping on the price of the LCD panel, they cooperate with Chime and Yoda, which are the Taiwanese companies. And after their cooperation, Samsung accused Chime and Yoda. They under antitrust laws, and after this action, Chime and Yoda they paid the fine as 100 million, and also they are forced to withdraw their products from the market. So from this case, we can realize that the Korean industry they are very unfriendly and dishonest.
Before we move on.
No. So what I talk about is that we can see there are 2 points. One is that this kind of competition cannot make us improve, and the second is that to protect ourselves, we have to boycott the Korean products.
Before we move on.
No. And here's my second argument. My second argument is about is to concern of the culture. Since the Korean products be sold in Taiwan, we can see that our streets are full of the Korean clothes, and there are always Korean dramas which on TV. So it shows that the Korean culture are invading in Taiwan very severe. So it will lead to a kind of consequence, which is we are going to lose our Taiwanese spirit. Our special character will going to lose. And this is not only the issue of the thoughts or not only of this. It's also related to the soft power. In the future world, the soft power is very important because if we have our special features of our culture, we can use this kind of advantage to add value to our products and use this advantage to improve our competitive edge. So to create this kind of originality can improve our soft power and to compete with other countries in the world. Here's my conclusion. Because we are going to stop the Korean culture strongly embedded in Taiwan, and also we are going to improve our competitive ability of us. So we are going to boycott Korean products, and I'm ready to propose. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Taiwan needs more competitiveness. Before government side argue that why Taiwanese don't want to buy our own products, we need to think about why, because we don't have enough competitiveness. And we also think that if we don't, we also think that boycotting the Korean products will only exacerbate our own economy growth. I have two arguments. First is about the importance of the fusion of the multicultural. And second argument is about how Taiwan will impact themselves, how Taiwan hit them back, while at the same time trying to boycott Korean products. But before I move on to my argument, I have two rebuttals to the government side. First, it seems like there is a serious logical problem error in her speech. She tries to make a small group of people to stand for a large group of people. She tried to say that there is one Korean producers offending our Taiwanese company, so that we should boycott all the companies, all the producers, all the entrepreneurs from Korea. We don't think that's the way to solve the problem, because you only involve those who really other Korean producers who really treat honestly to Taiwanese, and also it will, as mentioned by opposition side first speaker, it will only hurt our international image. It will only that the situation getting worse, and also we get no benefits from it. And my second rebuttal is about, she talked about something like keep our own Taiwanese culture, but we want to question that what is the real Taiwanese culture? In the long development of Taiwanese culture, we absorb and take advantage from other cultures, and we form our own cultures because we absorb the advantages of other cultures. So we can say that today's Taiwan's culture is actually very different from that of 100 years ago. I want to move on to my first argument about the importance of the fusion of the multicultural, especially why we need those Korean products. We think that Korean cultures has deep rooted in our own Taiwanese culture because of those products. We eat in the Korean restaurants, we wear the clothes designed by the Korean designer, and we also saw the drama, we also listen to the music, learn their languages. We can say that those Korean culture has been part of our lives. So it's hard to separate those Korean cultures from our own cultures. If today the government side tries to urge Taiwanese to be loyal to our own country, then we think that simply boycotting doesn't work at all. Because we love Taiwan, we love Korean culture, and it's been part of our life. Even we boycott their products, that doesn't mean we'll be loyal to our own products. And we also think that culture can, absorbing the exotic culture can make more innovation. Why we don't have enough competitiveness? Because we don't have enough innovation. And if you want innovation, you need to take advantage of other cultures. We believe that one culture and other culture will create even a new, bigger and strong culture. For example, Singapore is a country that doesn't have its own original culture, but it absorbs and take advantage of different culture from other countries, and now it's the head of the four dragons. We think we should learn from them. We should learn from other cultures. It's very important, especially in today's globalized world. And my second argument is about how Taiwan hit them back because undermine their own industry. First group that will be influenced is the agent. Those agents who sell the Korean products, they sell the Korean clothes and foods, and now all in a sudden they lost their jobs. They become one part of our unemployment populations, and also those employees hired by Korean companies. If the Korean companies doesn't set up their companies in Taiwan anymore, then the only cause for unemployment in our own countries. Taiwan is a small country. We don't want it to be the victims of our own patriotism. We want to be an open-minded country to learn from other countries. We need a competitive Taiwan. We are proud to oppose it.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First, I would like to do some quick rebuttals to our government side, the opposite side. First, they talk about what is Taiwanese culture. I believe we shouldn't use the word as culture. We should use the word to describe another thing, because today we mean culture is like Taiwanese actor, Taiwanese singer, or Taiwanese albums. It's not like we keep taking about Korean products or Korean entertainment area, because Taiwan we have our own music area, music industry, like Jolin or whatever. But you know that there are so many concerts of Super Junior, Girls' Generation, or Shiny in Taipei. They get so many money from our stupid Taiwanese girls because they think they are superstars. They pay money to go to these concerts and cheer for some unknown foreign guys. That is not what we hope. And they say that we put majority problems into minority problems into majority. They say not all Korean people are bad, but I think Korean people think soy milk was invented by them. They say Confucius and Mengzi was Korean. I don't think, and they put this in newspaper. That doesn't mean it's only one people's thought. It's the whole Korean people are insane because they think this is true and they put it in a newspaper as education to their citizens. And about the famous incident of Yang Shu-jun, the judge is a Korean-Philippine actor. He is Philippine now, but he has Korean blood. And because he has Korean blood, he did some bad judge of art, and he insulted our candidate and let her heart so broken on the field, and we can see how evil Korean people are. Okay, and then they say Singapore people take advantage by having multicultural. I want to ask you, do you think Singapore people love Korean so much? Do you think Super Junior go to Singapore to have so many concerts and get so many money from their citizens? I don't think so. Okay, and they talk about that the people who work for Korean in Taiwan will lose their job. But I think as a government, you should have a policy to help these people get through their employment days. They can have another job, you can offer them another job. Why do they have to work for evil people? Okay, so I want to point out the main clashes of today's debate. First, we keep arguing about loyalty. They think we only care about economy, but in fact, we care about our loyalty and economy, not only economy. Because Korean economy is like Korea. They only care about economy. But in Taiwan, we care about economy, we care about feelings, we care about international relationship with other countries. It's not like what Korean people had to. Okay, whatever, I'll talk about, forget it. Okay, I want to explain why I'm talking about this, because we keep, why do we say that we have to support our Taiwanese products? Because supporting our Taiwanese product like HTC or anything MIT product, we can actually help the economy better, and these companies will receive their reaction of our Taiwanese people. They don't have to they don't have to improve their competitive with other countries. Our citizens can tell the companies how to do the right things. We don't need Korea. And we keep talking about that. After HTC, for example, they earn money. They can hire people from Taiwan. So then your father and your mother can have salary. And that should have based on your own domestic country first. Not came from other country like Korea. Korea doesn't know what HTC is. But like America, I do think that there are so many KFC or McDonald's in America and in Taiwan, and we have been influenced by Hollywood culture or American pop star, and Americans have HTC. this summer I went to America. They are all having iPhone or HTC. It's not like in Korea they only take Samsung or LG. So I think that is a good example of a relationship interaction with other countries. Not like Korea only have their own products and not buying others. So in our opposition side, government side, or whatever, I think the loyalty is what we support because the loyalty connected to the economy. So that is what we hope, and we should boycott Korean products. Thank you.
Okay, good evening, everybody. First, as the opposition whip, first I'm going to give you responses to my previous speakers' rebuttals. Then I'm going to analyze debate and tell you why the opposition side should take this debate. There are two responses. First, Eric said about unfair judges to Yang Fuji and Korea claiming Confucius and Mencius as their ancestor to rebut taking minority and majority our side's rebuttal. But the government side, although what they say are true, but it does not have to do with boycotting Korean products. They fail to explain why does a country's bad have to do with boycotting that country's products. And my second response is, he also met Girls' Generation and as Super Junior and Shiny coming Taiwan many times and earned a lot of money as one of the example with their first speaker's fairness argument, blah blah. What they fail to explain is why that is not a problem of Taiwan's dramas and idols not as good as Korea's. So, now, sit down please. Then come to the clashes of this debate. The first clash is about the enemy problem. The government side is taking Korea and treating them as if they are kind of devil or like that. So we, as a so independent country, should boycott them. We don't need that. But in the opposition side, there are three things we can beat them off. The first one is there is no necessity for us to create an enemy for ourselves. And secondly, Taiwan as an island earning revenues and as main income, and we are in a dangerous international position against China. I think everybody knows that. And thirdly, boycotting Korean products may also lead to the failure of economy of some people. As my second speaker have told you, some people doing this kind of business might lose their jobs. They're also Taiwanese. The government side failed to explain the solution. Give us the solution. Sit down, please. Okay, move on to the second clash about the competition problem. The government side sounds like they're making Korea the biggest cause of Taiwan's products not selling out. They're pushing the responsibility and burden to Korea, but not thinking twice about Taiwan's incompetitiveness. Yeah, and there are two things that from our opposition side that also can beat them off. The first one is that government said about the unfairness of trading, while the opposition mentioned we consider every country as the equal trading partner, so there's no such fairness problem as they mentioned. And second, they got something wrong, mentioning the vicious circle of Taiwan not buying domestic products, then there are no big salaries for your family, that kind of thing, blah blah blah. Actually, it's totally the opposite way. It should be we improving our quality first and attract domestic consumers, earning income for inventing new technology. That's the real correct way instead of pushing the responsibility towards other countries. Moving to my third clash, the cultural problem. The government side seems to demonize Korean, asserting that if we watch Korean dramas, worship Korean idols, we will suddenly lose our own culture. The government will say, we've got a meaning of culture wrong, but it seems like they are the ones who's wrong. Culture is everywhere. Even the language we speak is a part of the culture. And
Plus, speaking Korean doesn't mean that we don't speak Chinese, right? So that's the same logic. And talking a bit of history, the ancestors of Taiwan was mainly from China. So we have the culture of China. We've been ruled by Japan, having the culture of Japan. And of course, there are aboriginals in Taiwan before there's anything. So we are mainly a multicultural of Taiwan. So that's why my second speaker brought up the importance of multicultural. And that's why we strongly think that boycotting Korean products is bad. I'm proud of you both.